Hi, it's Michael, and today I'm reviewing the OXO Cold Brew Coffee Maker. It is summertime. It is time to put away the hot coffee. Cold brew is the way to go. It's refreshing, it's really smooth because it uses a very long brewing process, and it's really great. So let me show you all the components of this OXO system, and we'll give it a run and we'll see how it works. So the first thing you need to do is you need to get 10 ounces of freshly ground coarse coffee. Now I've got my own grinder, so I'm going to grind my own, but if you don't have your own grinder, you can always get your bag of coffee ground at wherever you purchase it. So that's the first thing you want to do. It's always best to use freshest ground coffee that you can. These are the components. This is the brewing container. This has got a stainless steel mesh filter in the bottom of it, and optionally they do give you a starter pack of paper filters. If you want to put a paper filter in there, that'll just be something you can decide whether you want to use that or not. And then this is the brewing stand. So once we're ready to go here, this goes on top of the brewing stand. This is the carafe, which you will slide in here once the coffee has brewed the allotted amount of time. This is simply a stopper cap that you can put in here in between uses of your concentrate. And then finally, this is the, they call this the rainmaker. This is what you will pour your water into once you've got all your ground coffee in here. Now I've only got about half the amount of coffee in here, so I have to continue grinding. So I will do that. Be back in just a minute. All right, this is 40 ounces of water, and I'm going to pour the 40 ounces of water into my coffee grounds, coarse ground, 10 ounces of coarse ground coffee, as I mentioned earlier. Then I'm going to be putting this on top, and this is you can either leave this on your counter or you can put it in your refrigerator. And it needs to brew for anywhere from at least 12 hours, but up to 24 hours. And that is the process. And then when you're ready to actually brew it, it'll be a concentrate at this point, and it's going to brew into this. So basically, after your 20 or 24 hours or whatever is up, you put this carafe underneath, and then this little lever here pushes up these prongs right here, and that lets the brewed coffee drip into the carafe here. And you will have your concentrate right here, and then you can use the stopper to close it up in between uses. So that is what we're going to do. And so I'm going to put the rainmaker on top here, and I am going to get my water, and we're just going to basically pour it around here. And the rainmaker, all it does basically is disperse the water a little more evenly into the grounds. So I do want to point out, make sure that this lever is in the up position, because if it's in the down position, that is actually going to release the water, and you may not have the carafe under it, as I don't. So that would be kind of a mess if you were to do that. So I've got all the water in here. It's just going to percolate, and we're just going to let this sit. I'm actually going to put mine into the refrigerator and let it sit in there for about 20 hours. And the next time you see me, we will hopefully have our cold brew concentrate ready to rock and roll.
I can care less about anything. Nothing matters to me right now. Except.
Alrighty, it's been 12 hours. I'm going to not go the full 20 or 24 hours. I know I said earlier I was going to put this in my refrigerator, but I did just leave it on the counter. So it's been 12 hours, and that is the consistency. It doesn't even look like there's really enough liquid in there to drain out, but believe it or not, it is in there. So we're going to push this underneath the carafe. I'm going to flip this lever, and we're just going to let the concentrate drip out. And it might take a while. It'll probably take maybe 20 minutes or so for it to get all the way out. And then I'm actually going to probably get a silicone spoon and sort of press the grounds a little bit just to make sure they're all the way out. But I'll get something like this and just sort of press the grounds down. Now another thing I wanted to mention is this stopper actually also has a measuring capability, and this line that is right down here by my thumb, that designates 2 ounces. And that's a suggested amount that you can start with anyway. To obviously you can tailor it to your taste, but 2 ounces of concentrate is basically what you're going to want to use, and then you'll add ice and water, and that'll make your iced coffee drink. And of course you can also make hot coffee. You just need to add hot water instead of cold water. You'll notice that the coffee is going to be a lot smoother and just basically a different taste experience than the equivalently brewed hot coffee. So it's really interesting. So we'll check back with this one more time and do the final taste test. Just a couple minutes. All right, we're at the end of our journey here. This has been dripping for just about a half an hour. You can see the drip rate is basically 1 drip every 10 or 15 seconds. So we have gotten as much extraction out of there as we are possibly going to get. If I take this off, you can see where the original water level was up here. And also if I can get my little silicone spoon and press on these grounds, you can see that there's really nothing else coming out of here. So we started with 40 ounces of water, and we're ending up with, let's spin this around so I can see the amount that we extracted. So it's just under 24 ounces. So it looks like it's about 22 ounces of concentrate have been drawn out. And now what's going to happen is I'm going to pull this out and put this in my refrigerator. As I pull this out, it should flip up this lever automatically. There, it just flipped, and that'll prevent any more dripping. And then this is your concentrate that you can, again, use the measuring cup here. This line where my thumb is 2 ounces. They recommend a ratio of 1 to 2 or 1 to 3 when you're making your beverage. And of course, personal preference comes into play here, and it also depends on what kind of coffee you used, whether your grind was a little more coarse than mine or a little less coarse. All these are variables that are going to affect the final product that you get. But essentially, you've got enough concentrate here to make 12 to 14 drinks based on that 1 to 2 or 1 to 3 water ratio. And you can just keep this in your refrigerator. It'll certainly keep for a few days. And all in all, it's going to be really tasty. You're going to like it a lot. I like the unit overall. It's very easy to put together and use. It's a no mess kind of a thing. And it's really great. So what are you going to do with all your coffee grounds? Are you just going to put them in the garbage can? Well, let me give you a tip. You can use these in your garden. So you can either collect these coffee grounds and just spread them around throughout your garden. It'll be really beneficial to your plants. So let's put our freshly brewed cold brew to the test. I'm going to pour out 2 ounces of this. I've already got a couple of ice cubes in my glass. It smells great. And I'm just going to add a couple more ounces of water. Go over here to my Aquasana filtrated water. There we go. That's about a 1 to 3 ratio. Oh yeah. So smooth. It's really smooth. I love it. So that's about it. I hope you enjoy your OXO cold brew coffee maker. I enjoy mine, and I am going to enjoy my cold brew right now. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. We'll catch you next time.